Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the British Exiles. No, the Exiles save. We're not British Exiles anymore. We've changed the club name. The Exiles FC are back and we're playing today against Hougang United in the start of the second division. Second division? What is wrong with me today? Second season. However, we've already played a few games because I wanted to get into it a little bit, see what was going on. So first off though, transfers have been made, not very many, but we have bought some people in. So if we go and have a look at the transfer history, we've bought in Azmid Mukhtar, someone I was actually looking at last season. His club didn't want to sell him last season. We tried to offer them a little bit of money at Tampines, but they released him on a free. So we thought we'd pick him up. 35-year-old, I think he's like a player scout or something for me. Yeah, player scout, which doesn't really make much sense, but that's what you wanted to move here. He's in a natural wing back, which is something we'll get onto in a minute. But yeah, stats aren't brilliant, but he brings experience. He brings the good decision making, decent positioning. He's okay for this sort of level, and he'll be okay in the season as well. So here's the first one that came in through the door. Then we brought in Zafrias Rudy from Hougang United for 3.3k. So we actually paid money for this guy, and he's a goalkeeper, and we paid for him for his potential. That's pretty much what we've paid for in this scenario. We've paid because he's got that little bit of potential. As you can see, he's not rated very highly by our assistant manager, who thinks he's surplus to requirements. It's an interesting one because he is technically the third best goalkeeper of the club, and he was also bought in because it looked like Jesse was going to leave. However, Jesse's still here, and Jesse's our first team goalkeeper now, and Jesse's been doing really well. Then we bought in for a loan fee of £100 a month, so £1,200 for the whole thing, 1.2k. We've bought in Yosuke Yamazaki from Niigata Unicorn. Now, on the face of things, he doesn't look very good. However, lots of pace, and he can dribble better than pretty much anybody else in our team. Other than that, there's not much there, but he started the season pretty well for us. If we have a look at the games he's played, 2 appearances, 1 assist, 7.25. I think this is the sort of, for the first 2 or 3 seasons, this is the sort of thing we're going to rely on, this sort of loan transfers from slightly bigger clubs than us that make it easier for us to progress. Strength 1 is a little bit concerning. I mean, a strong wind might blow him over. Long shots 1, passing 1. It's amazing he's got an assist. Passing 1, crossing 5. Yeah. Why did I buy him? But he's in and he started pretty well, which is good. He's actually going to get a start in this game as well, which is good. On the outs, it's just the players we knew that were leaving, and Daya Nandrina has gone. Daniel Podolski moved back to Poland, which is a shame because he would have been great in this new formation, or the formation we're playing. And Ken, the Exeter, has gone back to Holland, to RBC, not too sure. They're an amateur team, so he's probably gone to be their big... Oh, no, he's not on a contract, so I could just try and sign him straight back. And he wants to move. So if we ever need a new right back, I could just buy him back. I haven't checked this. No, Podolski's actually getting paid. Dyer is getting paid as well. Adam Parker. Oh yeah, he's gone. Ooh, is he? Portsmouth sold him after he played 13 games. Actually, 5.87. Wow, that was dreadful. Adam Parker not enjoying life back in Portsmouth. But yeah, so that's the transfers that we've done this season, which is, I think, you know, we've sort of strengthened positions we need to, and this is the formation we're playing. 3 at the back, 3 in the midfield, 1 in front of them, 2 wingers and a striker. It's weird. It's very Bielsa. I think I touched on that in the last episode, that we're trying to figure out a Bielsa-esque way to play. Like, we're looking to keep the ball, we look to work the ball into the box, and we look to close people down at a higher tempo, and we actually play a little bit fluid as well, just to give people a bit more freedom. They're the team instructions if anyone's interested or bothered about things like that. Schedule-wise, it's been not too bad. We lost to Tampines 2-1. A bit unfortunate in that game, actually. We had 250 away fans travel to the game, which was good. And then we beat Warriors FC 3-0 with our best centre-back picking up an injury quite early on as well. But Kim Xiaoman scoring a hat-trick, which is unbelievably good. Like, really superb. He's coming on very well. 27 years old, probably the best player at the club. And today, we've got Hougang United and Balestier. Now, I don't think we've ever beaten Hougang United. If we look at past... we beat them 3-0. So we did beat them 3-0 at one point. Okay, but we've lost 3-2, lost on penalties, and lost 4-3 to them as well. And then Ballestier, who we've had a bit of a mixed fortunes against. Yeah, lost 1-0, won 3-0, and drew 2-2. So it's all a bit of a mix. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the proper games to see this test of this formation will be like Nagata Unicorn, DPMM, and things like that. And I'm also assuming we're now, because we did quite badly last year, we drop into the earlier rounds of the League Cup, hence why we've got 3 games scheduled in quite a short space of time. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this is how we're going to line up for today's game. It's going to be Jesse in goal, Mike, the youngster Sani at the back, who we're trying to sign into a full-time contract, and Denis Yukoshalev comes back in at centre-back. Dupont, Azar and Roy Choi-Ru are the sort of 3 in front of them. Oleg starts in front of Azar, and then we've got Yamazaki, Craig Thompson on the left, and Kim Xiaomon up front. On the bench leaves us Chris Block, Smith, Mark Hadley, Cristiano, Mukhtar, the new signing, me, and Chris DeVale as well. Now, you'll see we play inverted wing-back, so we try and dominate the midfield when we've got the ball, and we give more passing options. And we just try and basically create overloads in certain sections of the pitch. So here we go then. In we go against Hogang United. We're going to submit that team. Oleg and Dennis lacking a bit of match sharpness, but no, they should have enough about them to get through this game. And they line up in a 4-4-2, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure the team we beat 3-0 when Kim got the hat-trick, they played a 4-4-2, and this formation seemed to work really well against it. So we're going in. Where we've been doing okay recently, the players are reacting well to team talks and stuff like that. The board want us to just finish mid-table, so hopefully I won't have to introduce Cultured Left Foot version 3 after 2 seasons. That would be quite embarrassing. But it's getting there. It's going all right. We're doing okay. I mean, the problem we've got at the moment is nobody wants to move to us unless they're desperate, which is obviously quite a problem because it's really hard to strengthen the team. The only good thing going for us is it seems that our youth academy is quite good for Singapore. Now, I put it at an average level, so I don't know if it's just because our team's so bad that all the youth, like graduates and academy products that come through, are rated quite highly because our first team is so poor. But I don't know. We'll have to see and wait out what happens this season as well. As it's a pretty timid game so far. One shot apiece. Ours was off target. Theirs was on target. We seem to be struggling a little bit. So they've had 2. You can see they're getting into the box. They've got an injury for Hudzafi, who is a fullback, and they've brought on a centre-back, so they might be a bit short of squad players. But this could be a first half with no highlights, which is disappointing in a way, but also quite good because we're pretty rubbish. So if they don't have any real goal-scoring chances, then that doesn't really bother me. I am still sort of using this as an experimental playthrough, so I will probably go to 4-3-3 at some point just to see if it does make a difference and it really is breaking the game. I'm just going to say unlucky, brilliant. That did not work at all. Okay, passionately, there's a lot more to come. That didn't help. Passionately, a lot more to come. That didn't help. Assertively, there's a lot more to come. Okay, as I mentioned, they're really responding to my team talks. They're really, really responding to them. They love them. We're going to bring Cristiano on for Craig because we really this formation depends on wingers actually playing quite well. We'll make Yamazaki a inside forward out there just to cut in, really overload the centre of the park. And I think actually if we overload the centre of the park but then focus the ball down the right, we'll hopefully get a few more options using Cristiano staying out wide as a winger and then everybody else sort of making options in the middle. But we'll see how it goes as we get into the second half. 5 minutes gone already and we have a free kick. Azar puts it in and Xiaomon couldn't get there, and Nazari looks to bring it away. Goes back to the goalkeeper Lynch, which sounds quite British. Oh, I thought we were just going to pounce on that with Cristiano. But Miswan has it. Miswan looks to come forward. Long ball up in the air. Azar gets there. Oleg picks it up. Picks out Yamazaki. Yamazaki's Kim Xiaomon pulled it wide, which isn't really what I want. But Kim can't get that. But he will pick up the second ball. Kim Xiaomon down the line to Yamazaki. Yamazaki with his one passing into Oleg, who puts a nice ball out to Cristiano. Keeps it in play. Fires it back across. Kim's there. And there we go. Exploiting the right flank in a sort of way. Out to Cristiano, who fired it into the box. And Kim Xiaomon gets the header. Well, I assume it's a header. Yamazaki. Look at that. That's one passing. That is one passing. It's absolutely pouring down in Singapore in this game as Cristiano puts in. Xiaoman just gets in front of the defender with a lovely header, and it's 1-0 to the Exiles, which is very good. Our first shot on target and 1 goal. You could argue we're FMing them ever so slightly, but what are you going to do? Yamazaki not having the best of games. He's just going up to 6.5. Sane, that holding midfield role, he's picked it up now. I was going to say, we really need him to have a good game. He's quite fundamental in this role because he's the one that does all the closing down around Oleg. Yamazaki's not playing very well, so we could put Roy up to winger, although he doesn't really like it. The other one is Dennis. I'm going to take Dennis off for me and bring me on, which I know sounds a little bit part of like nepotism and picking me because of my name. But if Dennis isn't playing well, then a change has to be made as Cristiano picks up Yamazaki. Can he put it in? Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky for Yamazaki. It was a good bit of quick thinking there as we look to be getting a bit more of the play at the moment as Yamazaki comes forward into Roy. Ball over the top into Kim. Kim Xiaomun. He's 1-on-1. Oh, Lynch makes a good save. They've gone 3-5-2, which really should allow our wingers to really control this game now. So we're going to put you back to a winger on support. Let's exploit both flanks now and see if we can get in behind them as they push people forward. But Azar with the ball in, we don't see anything of that corner. And yeah, it's going okay. We could take off Yamazaki. The only thing I could do is I'm thinking bring Duncan on for Yamazaki, and we'll see how that goes as I've got a really itchy nose. But yeah, 15 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, and we're doing all right. I might drop it off attacking, although I hate doing that in Football Manager as Jesse lays it out to Mike. Mike, that's a terrible first touch, but he manages to get it back and make up for his errors. Kim tries to get in behind. It's a long ball over the top to Pablo Rodriguez. Pablo Rodriguez shoots, and it's 1-1. Damn it. And the 3-5-2 has paid off for Hogang United. Drops us back down to 6. I mean, look at that rain. It is absolutely torrential in this. Singh just a long ball over the top. Mike getting really caught out. And then Pablo Rodriguez, who, I mean, I'm not too sure what Jesse's doing there. But Pablo Rodriguez sounds like he's a guy he sounds like he's got a name that's too good for this league anyway. Pablo Rodriguez is a bit fancy for Singaporean football. As Yosu Yamazaki is going to be replaced by Smith. We'll put Smith into the wing-back role. Choi Roo can come up. Or do we do... Yeah, we will stick with that. We'll go with that one. Roy deserves a bit of a venture further forward. He's been pretty good for us when he's been playing this season. But I'm not... If it stays at 1-1... Oh, now I've spoken, haven't I? They're going to get this back and score. And as I put a long ball over the top, that's really into nobody. As Shirota will pick this up. And I just want to change this back. I just want to take those off now. And let's go back to our normal formation as they've gone back to 4-4-2. Salah into Harami. Up to Matt Noor. Into Nazari. Into Matt Noor again. Can we rob the ball off him? Go on, Oleg. Miswan picks it up on the left-hand side. Good tackle from Pascal. All the way back to Jesse. Right now, Jesse, just play this out. That's it. Sani into Nichols. Up to Smith. Smith turns. What is that for a pass? We're meant to be doing short, but he's miscontrolled it. Kim's in. Kim shoots. Oh, Lynch. What a save. What a save. That could have won it for the Exiles. Cristiano will take the corner. In it goes. Pablo Rodriguez heads it away. And Oleg gets there. Now, Oleg back to Cristiano. Cristiano fires it across. Roy just can't get there. Falls to Azar. Azar holds on. And where's he going? Back to Sani. But they just about hold on. The problem with the formation is that it really tires us out. And there's a minute to go in injury time, like 20 seconds. We just need to not concede here. Just get it away. Rami into Nazari. Back post cross. It goes off. And that will probably see us through. And I'll take a 1-1 draw, I think. We're getting used to how I want the team to play. And we're doing well. We're doing well. And what does the assistant say? Right. There we go. Half of them liked it. Half of them didn't. After the mess up of the first half team talk, we'll let it go. So next up is Ballastiere, who are sitting... Where are they? 4th. And they've got a game in hand, though. So it'll be quite an interesting game, but we'll be back for that one. Okay, so we're looking at bringing in another goalkeeper called Joey Sim. And he's not the best. Well, he's very eccentric, and he's got a massive tendency to punch. However, what I found encouraging is that he got 7.06 last year, played a lot of games with Tampines, and only conceded 29 goals in 21 games. And Tampines are pretty good, Like, they finished second last year, so I'm thinking that we bring him in, Joey Sim, and I just think, like, it's better to have more options in goal. I'm going to bring him in. We'll accept it. We'll get him in the van. I think it means we're going to have to drop someone out of the registration. Yeah, we've got 25 people registered. Do I retire? Do I drop Chris because he's going to retire? If I go auto... Okay, they just don't register Joey. That's never good when your assistant doesn't think he should be registered and you've just bought him. Maybe I unregister one of the other goalkeepers we've got. Maybe Elf. I think I will. I think Elf will not be registered. And we'll register Joey for this one because we don't really need Elf in there at the moment. As I'll do that in a minute. Well, Mike's had an offer for him. No, I can't get rid of Mike. I mean, he had an error in that last game that led to the goal, but he's very good for us at the moment. So, right, we'll do this, and then I'll be back for the game. Okay, so for today's game, we're lining up with Jesse in goal, Dennis, Sani, and Mike at the back. We're just going to swap those two over so they play the same positions as last time. Pascal at right back, Azar in the middle, and Roy at left back again, or left wing back. Alistair Tangmong comes back in central midfield. Cristiano on the right, Paul Ong on the left, and Kim Xiaomun up front. Now, Paul Ong is someone that didn't play at all last season, but has been registered in the first team this year, had 2 appearances and not done very well, but we're going to give him another go. On the bench, we've got Rudy, who's on the bench instead of Chris Block this time, Mark Hadley and Oleg in central midfield. Yamazaki is the winger, Yamaludin, who's another youngster coming through the team, who can play as a wing-back, which is good. Lacking a few stats, but looks like he's got good potential. Mukhtar for the wing-back on the other side, and Chris DeVale as the backup striker. So Alistair Tangmon is lacking in match fitness, but let's see how we get on. So, into the team talk we go. We should ask them to do this for the fans, except we're away from home. So I'm just going to say calmly, let's show everyone what we're capable of. Yeah, a few of them seem to like that. I have faith, I have faith, I have faith. Right, it's just the same people that are all happy with that team talk. So we get the game underway, starting as we did in the last one. We're starting attacking. I might drop that. Let's try dropping it down to control just for this one. We should still be fluid as well, which we are. We could drop that down to flexible as well, just to try and keep the ball a little bit and keep our shape. But Roy has a throw into Kim. Kim Shamon turns into Ong. It's deflected back to Roy. Into Azar. Azar turns and it's cleared away by Samim. And Dennis wins that header very well. Pascal looks right towards Cristiano, but it's cleared down the line. Mike picks it up to Cristiano. Cristiano looks to run at the defence. He's tackled. Jonathan Tan gets it away and Sani's there. Into Mike, up to Pascal. Pascal over to Roy. Roy looking through the middle. Alistair Tangmong can't just pick up the ball. And Camis now looks over the top to Abdul Aziz. And just like that, they're in behind. But Jesse holds on. Knowing he's got more goalkeeping competition, he held on to that ball. And he keeps it well. And it's still 0-0 after 10 minutes. That was the first real chance in the game. 1 shot each. Again, we don't give too many chances away using this formation. But we also don't create too many. So I think what's going to happen, if we go in behind or at 0-0 or a drawing, as that's a penalty, you can always tell when it's a penalty from the highlight. If we go in drawing or losing, we'll go to a 4-3-3 and see if we can fix the system. As Jesse dies the wrong way. It's a good penalty into the roof of the net. And it's the second goal of the season for Huzef Abdul Aziz as we drop down into 7th. And yeah, good penalty down the middle, hit hard and high. A decent old penalty, that one. As Azar's really struggling in our holding midfield today. Obviously, he's being probably pulled out of position quite a lot where they're passing the ball around. 27 minutes gone, still 1-0 down. Let's go back up to attacking as we're not holding the possession anyway. So we'll go for that. We'll go attacking and flexible and just see how it goes. Cristiano's taking a knock, indicating he wants to come off. What's he done? Pulled groin. Yeah, he probably should. But we'll wait until half-time. He can be one of the ones that comes off when we go 4-3-3. As we're just not getting into this game at the moment. We're not creating the chances we need to create. So I think the 4-3-3 will be called upon, and the experimental playthrough continues as that's going to take us through to half-time. And although there's a corner, there we go. Half-time whistle will probably be Paul and Cristiano that come off, I imagine. As we'll go, let the assistant do it. And then we'll certainly say, I have faith. Oh my God, people really don't like that. Let's just let the assistant do that stuff. Into the tactics we go. So Have I got a 3 at the back lined up here? No, I don't. So we'll just use this one. And we will go like this, I think, is what we're going to do. We're going to literally just do that. We'll put Tangmon back there. We'll put you two in the middle of that. We'll play a 3-4-3-ish formation. We'll go advance forward, advance forward, advance forward. Cristiano, you're going to be coming off anyway. We want Alistair Tangmon back there. Sani will come off as well. Tangmon can go advanced playmaker on support. We'll bring on Oleg for Sane, and you can then be a central midfielder on support as well. Although, do we want someone on defend? Deep line playmaker on defend, maybe. Cristiano can come off to be replaced by Calista Vale over there. Kim Shaman in the middle. Ong may have to stay up there at the moment. We have got Yamazaki. Do I do all 3 subs at half time? That's pretty risky. We've got Azar playing in the holding role. Ah, hang on. That's because I've taken the wrong youngster off. Hang on a minute. Where's... Hang on. What's going on here? Sani, there we go. You should drop back there. That's better. Cristiano, Azar, 4-3-3. Right. Advance forward. I'm going to sort this out and I'll edit it out. We're back in a minute. Okay, so now this is what we've gone back to. 3-4-3 formation. Pascal and Roy are the wing-backs who have gone back to normal wing-backs. We've got 3 strikers, all as advanced forwards. And Oleg has come on to sit next to Tangmon. And that's what we're going to go with. We're going to start for now with a bit more direct, pass into space. We're going to try and work it into the box when we can. Whip those crosses in. Drop a little bit deeper as the back line. And we'll get stuck in as well. So we'll get this second half underway. As it's Ballastier, who are 1-0 up, get the second half underway. And Thames have really got to come at them and really pressure the ball, as Pascal intercepts that very easily from the off. And this formation relies on getting balls into the strikers and into the channels, and also the strikers being able to perform and play well. So we just need to keep an eye on these stats and make sure things are actually working. So then one change I'm going to make, Pascal, will get you to... You're doing more risky passes, which is good. But I also want you to be a lot more direct with your passing. Get it up straight to the strikers. And you, Roy, as well. We want you to do that as well. So we'll just confirm those changes as we get the game back underway. Again, this is the problem. 6.3, 6.5 for strikers isn't the best. And we really need to get this working now. We could go pump the ball long and really force the ball to go forward and just don't worry about possession at all, which I think is something we might have to make the change in a minute. There's only 20 minutes to go. We're going to bring on Yamazaki for Paul, which I know seems like a bit of an odd thing. We'll put Cristobal in the middle, bring Yamazaki out to the right-hand side. See if his passing 1 can actually go a bit better. Let's pump the ball long. We'll go route 1. Actually, we don't want to pump it into the box yet. We'll just go route 1. And we can't, obviously. We'll go route 1 like that. Confirm the change. We're still getting stuck into them hard. I think that's a good thing to do in this sort of division. Maybe scare them a little bit. But 15 minutes to go, and we are not creating very much. We'll just go fluid, give people a bit more adventurousness in their positional play. And then, yeah, 10 minutes to go. We're not getting any highlights, and the 4-3-3 isn't really working. Or the 3-4-3 isn't really working. Let's push these guys up as out-and-out wingers. We'll push Tangmon up a bit more. Well, let's go for something like this, shall we? Let's risk that and see what monstrosity we're making out of this. So we're going to close them down. We'll push the line up. We'll play at a higher tempo. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it and see if we can get something now. I mean, 4 minutes to go. We might as well go overload at the same time. I really don't want... Obviously, I don't want a 1-0 loss. That's a stupid thing to say. But yeah, 3 minutes of injury time. And is it going to be the... I mean, we've really done nothing in this second half. Jude Gale puts it in. Headed away. I mean, is that Chris DeVale not doing anything there? We still get it away a bit. Kim Shelman, ball over the top. Chris, come on, Chris. Show that composure we know you've got. Chris is in. Oh, my God. That is like the opposite of uncomposed. That. It's completely uncomposed. There's a chance to equalise up. And that is absolutely dreadful. As Dennis wins that header. But that's going to be the end of the game. And it's going to be a draw and a loss. Not the best. Luckily, we're still in touching distance of everybody. No one's really, like, cantered ahead at this point in the save or in the second season. I'm far from pleased. Mixed bag. Some people are disappointed we lost. Some people think we shouldn't be winning that game. But yeah, 1-0 loss to a penalty as well. Very, very annoying. Cristiano's out for 5 to 8 days getting tackled and pulling his groin and getting tackled. Cristobal could and should have, could have, should have ended his goal drought with that one. That's very, very annoying. But we'll end it there. We'll be back. As I say, we're going to try and fly through these early seasons in this save. So we'll probably be back for DPMM because, you know, there are rivals, manufactured rivals. And then maybe a League Cup game or maybe Nagata Unicorn and DPMM. We'll see how it's going. And let's see if we're still playing the same formation. So we see if this formation still exists in that day and age. We'll see how it goes. But thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. I'm really enjoying this series. It's a good bit of fun before Football Manager 19 comes out. Go and check out all the other series and go and check out the Football Talk. If you listen to the Football Talk podcast, it's now got its own YouTube channel. So just do it. There'll be a link on this screen somewhere in a minute that pops up. Just press that. It'll take you straight there and you can listen to me and my friends talking about football on a weekly podcast, which is good. We really enjoy it. But thank you very much for watching. But for now, I'm out. Cheers. Oh, and one last thing. If you want to sign up to Patreon, the link's below. If you become a patron of mine, then you can follow me on the Patreon app and on the website. And I'm uploading different things about my life in Portugal? No, I don't live there. In Singapore. So you can keep a track of like the things I get up to, what's going on. There's a few little photos that I put up there and things like that. If that interests you, then you can get it for $1 a month just by signing up to Patreon. But thank you very much for watching, guys. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.